I really have a problem with that. So we've never ever done it this way before, like a live, like Zoom power hour. But if it works out well, we'll do these, like every month for sure. But that was the idea, to just basically do the assignments like together at the same time and have access to us at real time. Like, okay, she said this or she said this. What should I say? What would you say? Kind of thing. So we can help you like that, because I feel like in a lot of cases, things that I just like, I don't even think of would be like just come like totally naturally to me, of like how I respond to people is just not like natural to some people in terms of the responses and the conversations, how they happen, what people send them to me could definitely be tweaked and have different results. So, and since we only have like one first conversation with people, it is a good idea to do it the right way if you can. So hopefully this will help not only with you guys getting to SE this month, but also like kind of teaching you the right words and terms and way that we talk to people that has worked for us, and ideally will work for your people too. That's the idea. So let's see what so the first thing, let's just real quick. Okay, so I don't know, you guys be honest right now. Do you guys keep a list of the people that you've spoken to like ever in your life, like from the beginning of this business, or do you not at all? And if you do you have a list of like all people that you have spoken to and haven't ordered or ever had a conversation with, about joining a challenge group? So if you do have a list, raise your hand. And if you don't. So like some of you do, and so most of you do.
Like a forever list, or I have like monthly lists, kind of.
Monthly lists, like going back a long way?
Kind of.
Yeah, you should certainly have that. Like like lesson number 1 here, you guys, literally, it's like starting over every single month from scratch if you're not using lists of people that you've already had conversations with. If you keep this list, that I literally, when I have a conversation with somebody, like after the conversation, I will stop, go to I use Asana.com, and I just literally I don't use it how it's supposed to be used. I'm sure there's much better, more efficient ways to use it, but I literally use it by you putting the name of each program and then the person's name in there under a task. So I know that's not how you're really not supposed to use it that way, but it just that way. So it'll say like project, for instance, the way I do it, and again, this is wrong. It'll say project, like 22-minute hardcore, and then it'll say task and person's name. I'll do new task, person's name, new task. So I can click into that project, and then I have a list of people's names that I've spoken to about that program. The reason I do it on that is because I have Asana on my phone. I have Asana on my computer. I leave it open all the time. So as soon as I'm done talking to somebody about anything, whether like if they didn't buy immediately, I go put them on that list in Asana so that I'm never starting fresh. Because why? It's like when you're working off those lists, it's like you already took 10 steps toward your goal instead of starting from 10 steps backward, if that makes sense.
I have an Excel spreadsheet, and I'll share that with everyone, but I'm still working on the formatting because there is like a way to do conditional formatting, and it gives you, it's color coded, right? So you set a date when you want to follow up with that person, and the week before that date, it turns yellow, so you know it's coming.
Oh,
and once you talk to them, it turns green, and you put a new date in depending on if you need to talk to them again.
Right.
And once you're late, it turns red.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Yeah.
That's my idea. I know it's possible. I just didn't really.
It's not ready yet. Okay. When it's ready, definitely share it. What I do, which is not like that at all, that's better, is I literally, when the new month starts, I go to my list. Like, that's it. It's really not fancy at all. And I go and I run down. So I'll be like, okay, I'm going to do a new challenge group in 2 weeks. Let me send a message to everybody on all of those lists. And often I'll go back and I'll be like, oh, she already bought, and I'll check her name off. She already bought, and I check her name off. But there's also tons of people that never bought. So I'll be like, okay, let me send a message to Jackie Smith. And I'll be like, Jackie Smith, hey, and I'll read, like when I put her name in, I'll look back and I'll be like, okay, this is like kind of what went on between us. And I'll be like, hey, I know you weren't ready 2 months ago when we talked. I thought of you because I'm setting up my new group and just wanted to reach out and see if you were ready. Let me know. hope everything is well, blah, blah, blah. That's it. And I do that for all the people on my list. It's really not hard, and that is how I get my SE points. I also keep lists of every person in all my free groups. So, for instance, last month there was like 200 people in a free group. There's a list of those 200 names now, and then obviously whoever bought and ordered, I'll check off when I get to them. But other than that, I'll go reach back out to those people who already have like this little, idea of who I am and what I do, and it like helps with not building that relationship from scratch and then being like, oh, who's this person trying to sell me something? Because they're like, oh, I already got value from her. I already know her. So now if they're ready, then they'll order. So this is not what this call is about, but just keep lists. But if you don't have a list, bottom line, go in through your messages now for the next 10 minutes. The idea of how this whole list thing came up was to go through your list or your messages for anyone that never ordered, and then just send a quick message that literally says, hey, and this could be someone that never ordered from 6 months ago, a year ago, like whatever. Anytime that you've ever had a conversation with someone that never ordered. So you can scroll back in your messages a year if you want to, or whenever you started coaching or whatever, and just send a quick message that says like, hey, Susan, I know we spoke, a few months back about you joining a group and it wasn't the right time. I'm starting a new group and I thought of you. Let me know, and I thought of you, thought you might be ready. Let me know what you think. Hope all is well. Hope everything's good. Hope to hear from you soon, whatever. Like that. Like just a really quick message. If there's something in the previous messages that says something like, oh, I can't, I'm pregnant, or I'm having a surgery or whatever. Hey, just want to check and see how you're doing. See if you're healed and ready. See how's your baby. Congrats, whatever. Something, and then send that message. Those are so, I'm telling you guys, the way that we get new clients all the time is follow-ups. That is it. So many of you guys feel like you're bothering people with follow-ups, but you're not realizing that if you weren't a coach, this is not on the top of your list. So you're juggling 9 million things in your life, and then you see this message from somebody when you're on the train or when you're waiting outside of your kid's school and you're like, yes, okay, I'm gonna get back to them. And then they go on with their day and forget. So if you don't remind them, they will never remember to come back to you and say hey, I want to order that. So you popping in and reminding them, A, is showing them that you are going to be a good coach. You didn't just talk to them and forget about it. And B, it's reminding them of something that they expressed interest in and wanted to do. So don't feel like sending someone a follow-up is bothering them. Okay? So it's 8:43. Let's spend the next 10 minutes. If you have a list, go through the names of that list and go back as far as you can. I would start from as far back and then work your way closer and send a message like that, like I said. Is everybody cool with doing that? Are you guys ready? Are you doing it already? Yeah. And then if you guys have people respond and you feel like you want help in crafting a response to what they're saying, please, you have us right here, right now. So just tell us what it is and we will definitely help you. Okay, got it? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna go to my screen and start typing, so I'm not gonna see you guys for a couple minutes. Okay.
Beach body stuff.
Beach body stuff. Literally the words I use in mine that I typed up for you guys and that I would use if I'm following up would be, hey, name, we spoke a while back about you joining a group. I have a new one starting and thought of you, exclamation, interested, question mark. Boom, that's it. Simple is always good. See how many we can get done. So what time did I say? 8:53. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna have a timer go off, so I'm gonna have to at 8:53. Some fast fingers up in here. 53.
I think so.
How's it going, you guys? Are you getting any responses yet?
Conversation, but in your messages, how far back could you go?
What?
Far back as you can.
Yeah.
I mean, even a year I've done.
Mine's going back to July, and that's it.
No, if you go scroll, are you on your computer?
Yeah.
Scroll all the way down to the bottom, and it's gonna say load older threads. You have to go all the way down, and you have to click on it.
Oh, what are you doing?
Working.
Who's laughing?
I got a response.
What is it? Tell
It
us.
is, where to go? Okay, hi, I don't think I have the money to join anything right now, but can you please tell me a little bit about what it entails? Thanks.
What would you guys say? Anyone? Okay.
Coach.
That is the story of my life right now.
Lindsay and Brooke, what do you guys say to that?
Well, first I would be like, I would engage them in conversation more. I wouldn't just be like, okay, cool. I would just be like, oh yeah, no, we've all been there, but why don't you tell me a little bit about your goals and we can see if I have something that
Would
fits
work for you.
your budget or work for you, and then like
Yeah.
yeah. And worst case scenario, the last thing you could say is, well, I'm actually starting a free group on blah blah blah.
Yeah.
The dialogue open.
Yeah.
I would definitely figure out what their goals are.
Yeah, I try and always start with goals, injuries, allergies. Those like the
Yes.
things I would ask for. And that way, like, even though I'm like 99% of the time I'm going to give people 21 Day Fix Challenge Pack to start, they feel like I'm like crafting them the program that's going to be specific for them. If you
Also, once you know if they have any medical restrictions or allergies or anything, it also helps you on the front end. So they can't turn around and be like, oh, I actually can't have shakes. I'm allergic to such and such. Like, you already know that going in. So, like, you can just, the more information you have in the front end, and the easier it is to overcome objections later on.
Yeah. It's totally true. And then when you can also get into that, like once she tells you their goal, you could be like, well, what, like it depends on how I've done it this way and I haven't, but somehow to work in like what will change in your life if you reach that goal. And if they have something, which most people do, like I'll be able to run around with my kids, I'll be able to whatever, being able to use that later against the $140 works. Like, well, wouldn't you want to spend $140 to be able to run around and play with your kids, or to like whatever their thing is that's going to help them in their life? $140 seems really little in comparison to that. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just putting it in the big picture, because they just see the dollar sign and they don't realize like what that can equate to in their life. You know, $140 could totally change their whole life. Okay, this is up. Tap to snooze. Okay. Oh wait, snooze. That means we have 9 minutes. Okay, next. Does anybody have responses? What's happening? Are you good?
I'm getting responses. I'm sorry, I'm not talking.
I know, I'm not talking. I haven't gotten any responses.
Okay.
One person just ate a bag of potato chips, so I think I got her.
There you go. All right, we're gonna.
I'm finding a ton of like people that like in my messages that I haven't gone back far enough, so that's good.
So now what you're gonna do, if you're done with that, if you feel like you can move on from that part of it, if you've sent enough messages, would be to go onto those people's pages and like and comment on their pictures and stuff. Because a lot of these people may not see your messages, but when they see your name pop up as like liking or commenting, it'll remind them of like who you are and like, oh shit, I wanted to do that or whatever. And it'll like spark that thing in their brain about you. So especially if there's people that like said they were going to order and you feel like you followed up with them 100 times and nothing happened. Those are great people to keep on a list to just like their stuff, comment on their stuff, that kind of thing. So we're going to do that now for 10 minutes. Got it? Good?
Yeah.
Wait, what are we doing for 10 minutes? I'm sorry.
Go to all the people that you just sent messages to, now go to their page and like comment on their posts.
Okay, thank you. I'm
Or
sorry.
anybody else that you have to like, that you followed up with or said they were going to order and didn't, you've sent links to and didn't order, stopped responding, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Just to remind them of like who you are. But really, guys, from now on, keep a list. no matter what you do. Save yourself the headache of starting over every single month. It's so worth it.
See, I don't start over, but like what I'm doing right now, because what I do is I go through my messages. But honestly, if I had a list, it would
Going
take
through your messages
so
is the
much
worst
time.
thing ever. It's the worst thing ever. It does not work. It will only work for people that are newer. It's okay. For you, it is not okay
I know.
at all.
It takes me so much more time.
It takes you so. It's the most inefficient. It'll still get the job done, but it'll take like 20 times the amount of time to do it. So it just makes no sense rather than just write this person's name on a list after you talk to them. And then you have this very simple list to toggle between to send a message to 50 people in 40 minutes, or spend 50 minutes searching for a name of someone.
Right.
And how many messages you have to go through to find that is crazy. Like, I think about how many conversations I have every week with just like following up with everybody in my free group. There's 200 conversations I'd have to scroll through. Like, that's insane. That's just, but I remember being at that spot where I was like, I still use messages, and like more higher up coaches were like, that is not good. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. And then it got to the point where it wasn't fine at all. And listening just so much better. And you're just gonna, so many people are gonna slip through the cracks that way, the way you're doing it. And so many times when you have that list and you go back to it, the people are like, yes, I'm ready, I'm ordering. Should I use the same link you sent? Like, that's literally how easy it could be with those people. While they're doing the work that we're supposed to be doing. They can see you. I don't know where. I can't find them, but they're here.
Who are you talking to?
Myself. I'm talking to the man who bought me my pajamas.
Oh, nice, nice.
You want to see his?
I do.
I bet they're a lot cooler, but yeah, let me see.
All right, hold on. I can't find you guys. I do this every
I can see you. Just have him go in front of the
Have him stand there.
Danny, let me see you. See, those are cool.
I didn't pick
They
them
feel
out.
great too. They're like flannel.
So does Minnie Mouse turn you on or something?
This is what.
Wearing Minnie Mouse pajamas? Where is he?
Bring it back.
He said he's wearing Minnie Mouse pajamas. Where is he? Who just said that?
Freddie.
Oh, it was Freddie.
What's up, Fred?
I can
Oh,
see
no.
Fred's perfect.
Last night, Lindsay's rubbing my chest. She goes, "You need some pajamas." So this must have started with you.
Hey, Disney's having a sale.
No, this was a surprise. They came today, the box, and he was like,
This was a surprise.
pajamas for you. I have pajamas for mommy. I got these pretty Minnie Mouse ones, and then we all changed into our new pajamas in the kitchen.
That's funny.
Why is this not going on?
Wearing Minnie Mouse pajamas?
He has on Mickey pajamas or something.
No, it's Star Wars.
Star Wars. 22 seconds left of this task.
He's a dude.
Yeah, I told Freddie I want him to get like fancy pajamas.
So I thought he was gonna be
Like
wearing.
what? Like silk pajamas?
Yeah, I wanted him to get like silk pajamas.
Why?
Weird.
I don't know. I just wanted.
Out of nowhere. That's why I thought Daniel was wearing something.
No.
Are you
no,
gonna,
this
like,
is a
cuddle him
totally
if he
random
does?
coincidence. Okay, your time is up for this task. Our next thing that we have written down. Now, I need to ask you all something. You have to raise your hand again. Have you gone live the past day or two on your page? Funny who has gone live. The two people that have hit Success Club already. Coincidence? I think not. I have two. I have gone live. Why are we not going live? Anybody have a reason outside of you are afraid? That's the reason? I'm afraid. Yeah, that's the reason. Raise your hand.
No, I did go live. Wait, am I muted? Okay.
No, you're not muted.
I did go live like one morning, and then I felt stupid, and two, nobody saw it.
It doesn't matter.
I might as well just make a video.
It doesn't matter if nobody sees it. You go live anyway, and then the more you go live, the more they like generate people. Like they put you into the news feed, and so they get people on for you. You know, like so more people will see it.
And it also depends on when you're going live. Like people will get an update like, oh, so-and-so is live now, but if no one's on Facebook in your world, then no one's going to see it. But if it's nighttime, like 9 o'clock at night, like it happens to be right now, more people are on Facebook that are in our world. Like they put their kids to bed, they're hanging out.
Sometimes like when I hang up, they're like, come back, people are waiting for you. Like people are just like jumping on. So, but the more you do it, the more you'll see the people are watching.
I don't even know what that means.
Uh-oh.
I just started using Facebook. I'm a new coach.
Okay.
I'm doing this more as a learning experience, just listening in. But
Well, going live means you click the button that says go live and then you speak and people that are friends of yours or friends of friends or whatever get notifications that say like Lindsay's going live with the topic. That'll say like, for instance, today I went live on the 3-day refresh results that I had. So I named it, and you have to name it something good so people want to see it, not like 21 Day Fix. Like that is not a good title. So, and you don't want to put in your posts the name of the program, the name of the shape, the name of anything ever, because you want people to come to you and ask. And if you put a really awesome transformation picture of yourself before and after, and then you say like 21 Day Fix, Shakeology has gotten me from here to here. People go Google it, they order it, and then maybe they'll come to you and say, oh, I just ordered on Amazon, now what? But most likely they probably won't come to you at all, and that'll be it. So you sold some stuff, but you won't even ever know about it. So don't ever do that. That is a big mistake that so many people do. Hashtag Shakeology, hashtag 21 Day Fix. Don't do that. Like, let people have to come to you and say, like, what did you do? So that
Okay, well, I just made that mistake today.
well, everyone makes that mistake all the time.
I like
do it all the time.
being desperate.
I used to always hashtag Shakeology, hashtag P90X3, but then the people that like put those hashtags are coaches that it's coaches that don't know what they're doing yet, and then they friend you or they follow you on Instagram because they think that they're gonna like get you to sign up with them, but it's all coaches that use basically all coaches that don't know what they're doing yet. So like I used to do that all the time, and then I was like, why are the only people that are following me coaches?
The only time I'll use those hashtags is if like there's some specific like contest that like Carl or someone like mentions, and if you hashtag like Shakeology or whatever, you're entered into it. But other than that, you
if just because you want to hashtag it, not necessarily because you're
right
find people or you know.
So how about now, what do you guys think would be a good topic to go live right now? Anybody? Anyone?
I want to go live with what is the 21-day fix? I know we just said don't.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
But I want to go live and just, I don't think that that's what I'm going to say in my my whatever title, but I want to like say that I want to go live and talk about it and be like, so many people have been asking me, so I thought I would just jump on and show you guys.
Right, and so that would be a good title. So many of you have been asking me for this, ... and that's it. So people will get a notification that literally says, Brooke is going live about, so many people have been asking me for this, so here it is, ... Like you want something that people are gonna be like, what is she talking about? Click. Today my thing for the refresh was the results are in. That's it. I didn't say 3-day refresh. If you look at my posts, I never one time said 3-day refresh in any of my posts. I said, I did a 3-day detox. I did a 3-day cleanse. I'm doing a 3-day cleanse or detox. I never mentioned the name ever because there's 13,000 people on my page and it's so much easier for them to just go somewhere and order it than to like reach out to me and be like, hey, what is it? And I've sold lots of stuff just by sharing what's been going on these past 3 days. And by going live and all that stuff. Yes, Gina.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry you guys could all hear me earlier. I thought I had it on mute, but apparently I didn't.
It's all good.
Anyway, so I have this idea. I've never put together a challenge group, and I'm just starting to put together my like page. But I was thinking about launching it with the idea of let's crush our New Year's resolutions before we even get there.
Yeah. You should.
Is that like, does that sound like a good idea?
Yes. Yes, that's a good idea.
Okay. Because I just,
Your whole
like I said, I haven't done it yet, so I'm more scared and nervous than that's the only thing that's holding me.
Like the whole idea of what we're doing on Facebook in general and all of this is connecting to people. That's it. Like that's really what you need to think of. Like your job in being a coach is connecting with people, because once they connect with you and it's more of like a story of us than a story of you,
right?
That's when they want to join you on the journey, when they see themselves in you. I can't tell you how many people will say, like, I'll share my story in all my free groups. That's like one of the first posts I do is like, this is my before and after pic. This is where I was. This is what my life was. This is where I am now. Like always sharing where you were. I can't tell you how many people are like, that is me. That is me. That story and that picture is me. I need to order. I need to do this. And like, that's it. They connected that story and now they're in. Because they're like, if you could do it and you were me, then I can do it. But if you're not connecting and sharing that, then you're just a salesy coach to them that are like trying to sell them something. Like that's the last thing that we want to be. We're not hashtagging with those things. We're not putting pictures of Autumn. We're not putting pictures of Joel or Jericho. We're sharing our story. And then when they ask us, we're going to share the tools that we have to help them get there. Like that's what we do. So that's like how you have to think. So the best way to connect with people is by them seeing who you are, and that's in videos and especially live videos.
And guys, one really easy way to start going live, if you go on my page, I did it tonight, is when you're cooking something. Because you have you're doing something with your hands, so you're not like fidgety. and you have actual content that you're talking about, and you're giving like tips and showing them actually something that they might want to make. So when you're making something, and then what you can do is, like tonight I was making fried cauliflower rice, you know, whatever it is, like Chinese food.
Yeah. Say that again.
And so as I was making it, I was talking about it, and then I was like, and if you do 21 Day Fix, then you put this whole thing in your green container, you know? So like I threw that in as I was cooking, and it just was kind of natural, and just kind of people were just seeing what was going on in my house at the time. But that's like, I find the easiest way to go live, where it's like the least uncomfortable, because you're doing something and you're adding value to somebody because you're cooking something.
I like to also, sometimes I'll go live like when I'm making my kids lunches or something, and that's not what I'm talking about, but like I'll have my like phone up somewhere that it doesn't need my hands, and I'll be like, okay guys, I wanted to pop in and tell you guys about so and so and so, but I'm also making lunches, just multitasking, whatever. So this way, like, you're doing something and you're not just like staring at yourself. So I'm like making peanut butter and jelly and talking and like kind of going here and there. And like I made that video yesterday about something else that I don't even remember. But in it, I like totally just slipped in and said like, I'm on day 2 of my refresh, or I'm on day 3 of my cleanse. And so I'm feeling really good, but whatever. Like literally just one sentence. And from that sentence, someone ordered it. They were like, hey, what's that cleanse you're talking about? And then we went off into a side conversation, and, you know, so people are listening. And trust me, it's not like when I go live, I have 9,000 people listening. I have like 4 people listening, but then the video is there. So people come back and watch it later. You know, like just because they're not tuned in when you're doing it doesn't mean that they're not going to see it. It's not over after that. And then another thing that I do is like right after I go live, I'm like, hey guys, I'm just going to give people a couple of minutes to get the notification and log in, like, and jump on, because a lot of the times you're already like done with your thing by the time someone gets your notification like that Danny's live and clicks it. So it's like to just give people a couple minutes by just like saying, hey, who's here? Like, send me some love, press some hearts, like send me some likes, let me see those thumbs up, like whatever, to get people like interacting and having conversations. And you can be like, okay, it's been like 5 minutes, I'm gonna start now. Or it's not that long. Like, it's been 1 minute, I'm gonna start now. And then you start on whatever topic you want to talk about. But I try and go live at least like 2-3 times a week, at least. Because it, like Lindsay said, that helps your page like populate more so people see it. And it also helps people connect with you so they feel like they know you personally. Which they do. They see your personality. They see what you're doing. They see inside your house. They see often your family members. So they get to know you while you're doing this, and they're connecting with you. And therefore, when you're like, hey, you want to join a free group? They're like, sure. And they want to like do things with you. You know what I mean? So anyway, obviously your assignment is going to be to go live because no one's done it.
And it can be something stupid. Like I asked today one of my topics on my page was like, which you like better, Dunkin' or Starbucks? And I said I was going to pick a winner at random from the group that got the most votes, which I was just calculating, and that happens to be Dunkin', by the way, for those of you who give a shit. So I'm going to go live and I'm going to announce the winner of like whatever gift card that has yet to be purchased. But look, for the $5, $10, $15 I'll spend on the gift card, like,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go on, finish, then I'll say it.
No, I'm saying like it was just like a fun way to get interaction on my page today. It was nothing about people buying anything. It was just a way to get like post interaction, to have people see my stuff pop up in their feed. Because the more people that respond and comment and like and whatever on your posts, the more you're populated into Facebook. It's so true. So they also did this whole thing about how like it was like they were saying how videos for a while were like really like the shit on Facebook, and like it was getting preferential treatment. But your regular posts are getting preferential treatment too if they're getting interaction. So like you want to make sure that people are interacting. Like when someone comments on your post, no matter what it is, comment and respond back to them. Even if it's something that's just like, yeah, cool, like, and there's really not much to write back besides like a smiley face or like an XOXO, do it, because it generates more visibility to whatever it is that you posted or whatever you were trying to get across anyway. So I'm going to go live and announce the winner. It's stupid, but it's live. So.
Hey, Brooke, can I just ask you, is there a difference if you comment versus replying of like going back in the
you
news
should
feed?
reply and you should tag the person who with their name. Their name should be in it every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any reason why that is any better?
Like a Facebook thing. Yeah.
Okay, so reply and and tag them. Okay.
Well, when you reply, it tags it. So it's easier too. Because when you just comment under and you don't tag them, it's just, it's something with the algorithm. But when you hit reply, it tags them. So if you notice, if you hit reply, it'll say their name. And
Yeah. I know when I comment, it definitely goes back into the news feed, but I didn't know if replies did. So I'll do it that way.
So, sorry. What you guys should all do, especially being that you're on this call, meaning that you still need to Success Club, is go live with like I said, a title, something like, because all of you guys have been asking, or to answer all of your questions, like ... or like whatever, something like that, that's basically trying to say, I've gotten so many messages from all of you about my next challenge group, or about whatever your topic is, what a challenge group is, or about what I did to get from my transformation, like from my point A to point B picture. And instead of sending individual messages, which I was trying to do, but it's taking so much time, I figured I'd go live. And like, that is how you need to start it. And then say like, okay, depending on what your topic is, okay, guys, I'm going live because I had all these messages about my transformation picture and how I made that transformation. So I just wanted to pop in here and give you guys what I did, and then invite you, if you're interested, to do a round with me, and we can do it together, and I'll share everything I learned in my journey. From the left side to the right side of my photo, right? And you'll just say like, it's really all about at-home workout, support, nutrition, and one shake a day. It's not a diet where you're drinking shakes and you're not eating. You know, you have one shake and you eat all real foods. I share with you how to make healthy foods, healthy versions of your favorite foods. I share with you how to not feel like you're always depriving yourself, like, you know, whatever, however you want to share how your journey's been going for you and how it's been helping you and why a challenge group plays a big role. Like the way I explain it for people is like, I feel like the challenge group, the difference in a challenge group is that it is the difference between your DVD staying in a box and never being opened to completing a program and getting your after picture. Like that is to me what a challenge group does.
For sure.
And then I'll also say to people, like, there's a big misconception that, like, I get paid these big fees to help people, but I come with the program. Like, you're not paying me to help you. You order these programs, and then I come with it and I help you. Like, you don't have to pay anything extra. It's the same price as if you ordered from anywhere else, but you order through me, and then you get me and my groups and all of the experience that I've had to get this transformation for free. Like, hello, because people don't get that. People think like, oh, you're a coach. You get like, people always think for me, like, oh, the people you work with are rich. Like they're paying you. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, no one's paying me. Like nobody is paying me a fee ever. So that's a common misconception too. And you could title it like Common Misconceptions and be like, hey guys, you know, a common misconception I get is people think that they, you know, that all my clients are paying me the big bucks, and that's just not how it works. Like I come with the package, you know, whatever is speaking to you right now, but these are all ideas I'm trying to give you of something you can share with your audience live. That'll help you. And I think I really, like if I were you guys, I would be doing that tonight because tomorrow's the last day of the month, I think. Is it? Yeah. So I would go live tonight. It doesn't matter what you look like. I don't think I've ever gone live looking good in my life. Like I go live real. I go live like this. I go live with no makeup on. I go live with a headband on because I didn't shower. I never have like done anything. Usually I didn't like wash my face and I'm a mess. And that's how I go live. And I don't give a shit because that's who I am. And I want people to connect with me. I don't always have on makeup. I don't always have my hair done. Always. I hardly ever have on makeup or have my hair done. Like that's the reality. Like I'm busy. I'm running around with my kids. I'm dropping them off. I'm picking them up. I'm trying to get work done. I'm trying to connect with people. So I never like I say about everything, if you're trying to wait for the perfect time, it's never going to happen, right? So I would take one of these things that I'm telling you guys now and go live with it. I would even like post your before and after picture if you have one, like right now, and be like the story, like just post it and say like Throwback Thursday to that girl on the left who, whatever, you can make it however you want. And then right after you post that, then go live and be like, I've gotten so many messages about that last picture that I wanted to come in here and tell you guys how I made those, like how I got from the girl on the left to the girl on the right. And this is what I did, and this is why it matters, and this is why I became a coach and want to help you guys do the same thing. And the common misconception is that I get paid a lot of money to help you guys, and that's not how it is. I come with the program. You buy the program and I come with it. So whatever, right? And the value in a challenge group, like all that stuff. Because you don't realize all these people following you have no idea, like, about what you do, how you did it. Like, we all assume that people know so much more than they do about everything. So we have to make sure that we're sharing that stuff. So who's going to go live?
I will.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I hope if you're all on this call, I feel like you're already taking time out of your life, meaning you want this business to work for you and you're trying your best to make Success Club happen, you know, before the month ends. This is what's going to make Success Club happen. Like, the difference between people that are successful.
Is the camera on you too, so you can see your little dance performance?
The difference between the people that are successful in this business and aren't are the ones that take advice from successful coaches and do it. Not take advice from successful coaches and not do it. Period. Like that's it. Really. Like I promise you, everything any coach that has been really good has told, any like coach that's above me has told me to do, I just do it. I don't think about it. I don't question it. I don't find the right time to do it. Nothing. I schedule it and then I do it. Period. I feel if it worked for them and they're teaching it to me, then I'm going to do it. They obviously know something. Right? So that's what I would leave you guys with. And I really think that will help you guys reach your goal. And then if you do that tonight, tomorrow you can reach out to anyone that likes, comments, whatever on that video. And there you go. Does anybody have anything else? Questions, comments, anything they want to say?
I have a question.
Yes.
Has anyone ever sold to somebody that doesn't use Facebook?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I have a girl right now. I know her from my daughter's like little gym,
right?
Like a play group kind of. And in an act of desperation, I sent my before and after picture to them. And I was like, if you guys are interested, you need help with nutrition, whatever, message me off of this group. And, you know, I'm happy to help. So she messaged me, but she doesn't have a Facebook. So I'm just kind of talking it through with her right now.
Now with the Challenge Tracker app, I would like really encourage you to.
Yeah, that works. That's a great alternative.
I forgot about that. Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
What I used to do is like it kind of sucked for them. I would like kind of email them like the stuff that I would post in the group, but it wasn't the same because they didn't have that group. It was just like one-on-one coaching, but they still like didn't have the other people that they were inspired by. So sometimes I would encourage them to make like a dummy Facebook page that was just for that. Like they'd sign up, just sign into the group. But with the Challenge Tracker app, it totally alleviates the need for that. And you could just
I forgot about that. So thank you very much.
No problem.
Yeah, that's the answer to that.
I have a question about going live too.
Yes, talk to us.
So I just saw recently that a lot of people have been saying that like the first 30 seconds, the volume is cutting out and that you needed to update something on your phone. Is that true? Do I need to do anything before I go live? I didn't go live at all this week.
I never had it.
Melissa, it happened to you this morning.
Oh, it did?
Everybody I've been seeing that's been going live, and so I like haven't
So
gone
for
live at
30
all this week
seconds, you could just like dance.
right? I would like just be like, anybody want to see what I've done?
When in the beginning, the beginning of it?
Yeah, like the first 30 seconds, everybody's having sound issues. Like every live video I've watched, I've been seeing it. And I feel like it was Jesse's training that I heard them say that there was like an update or something.
Yeah, I heard that too, but I can't remember where. But
Someone was just talking about that.
Hold on.
Another coach was just talking about that.
I just went live before. Let me see if that happened.
And people are commenting like, there's no sound, like on everybody. And then once it goes through like 30 seconds, it's fine.
Oh, there's sound on mine.
Lindsay, the other day, the last call we did, and the girl that recommended the coupon for the EpiPens,
Jen.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said
was having the issue with the sound.
Okay. Well, I went live before when I was making dinner, and there's sound on mine.
They said if you did an update, that's why I didn't know if I should like update my phone first before I do it, if there's anything anybody.
I feel like the first 30 seconds people aren't on anyway.
Right.
Like that's like the time that you're just using like
You could say
just
something
that's the time
like-
I use just to like fill where I'm
And
like,
You could say like, give me a thumbs up if you hear me. Can everybody hear me?
Okay.
and that way you're getting also at the same time you're getting like engagement, which you want.
Right. Okay, thanks.
And my hair is a hot mess in this live video I made earlier, so whoa.
That's good. You're being real. People are going to connect to that.
Yeah.
you should totally show people your Minnie Mouse pajamas. I feel like people would really.
Oh my god, and Oliver's walking around in a cowboy hat and I didn't even know. You saw that, Freddie?
I filmed it. Like, I followed the
He
camera.
filmed it. He was the cameraman. Of course he saw it.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, so it's 9:30, so we're gonna go. But I think you guys should either post something first, and then you can say like, I've gotten so many messages about my before and after picture, and asking me what I've done, and blah blah blah. So I just wanted to pop in here and share with all of you at once, hopefully, instead of having to message everybody back individually about like how I got from the girl on the left to the girl on the right. And this is what I did, and this is why challenge groups matter. I don't, like, I'm doing another round, and I always want to add people. Like, my passion is to now help other people have their transformations, and, you know, don't be under the misconception that I charge you. That's not how this works, you know, etc. Okay? I think that you guys all have good ideas now that we've done this, and yeah, you have something to work with. So there you go. I want to see 12. There's 12 people on here. Live video pop-ups in the next like 10 minutes. I'm going to be looking. I'm going to be watching it. Thumbs up.
How are you going to watch us all at the same
like it.
time?
I'm going to be like this pop, heart. All right, you guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Adios. I'm going to
Night
stop.
night.